What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. OG here, and it's time for another episode of UFL the Right Way. This is episode 2. We changed the title up. Felt like after talking to Pantera, I will accept the fact that perhaps he didn't mean what it sounded like he meant when he talked about look at my views, which I took as his reasoning for not sharing with his audience the truth about everything going on with UFL, which is complete crap. It's the opposite of why I do this. Now, he definitely is off the hook, let's say, but these other content creators like this boss man, blah, 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 whatever, boss man, the African actor, which is excellent. Congrats, man. Great success. I love it. You sound like you're a great African actor, I guess. But as far as UFO goes, you are scum. You are a reason this game is in the garbage can. You're no different than the eFootball players using Smart Assist. And the fact that you not only do this nonsense that ruins a game, but you also stream it shamelessly. Not even telling your viewers that you're using a glitch, a shortcut, because you're not good enough to play football without it, and acting as if it's skill. So yeah, boss man, you should be ashamed of yourself. It clearly shows what kind of person you are, because no true competitor, no true winner would need a shortcut, would need assistance. Because even when you get those wins, my man, just remember that they're L's. They mean nothing. Everybody who plays against you who knows thinks you're disgusting. And if you think it's a small amount of people, you should look around. Now, as for these rats, that's the first thing I want to address. Every single one of these rat losers that everybody calls out, by the way. If you watch every stream, every respectable content creator calls these rat losers out. They're called everything from virgins to pieces of shit to, of course, rat losers to just losers, right? I mean, they've been told to find a bridge from other content creators. They've been told everything, but what happens is the content creators just speak generally and then move on. And so everyone's cool with that. But when somebody actually steps up and wants to tell someone to their proverbial face, because after all, we are online, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know someone personally, so we're talking to online IDs. That's literally all we know. Yeah, if somebody streams like Bossman KD, then he has a face cam. Of course, the guy loves a bunch of dudes looking at him. Of course, he would want that. He's an actor. I'm not saying he doesn't love women looking at him too, but I'm just saying. And it's okay if you have a face cam. I get that that's the norm. I'm the exception here. I'm the weirdo because I don't find it necessary to have a face cam up so a bunch of dudes can watch me play football. But I digress. Aside from those people who stream and have their face up on the cam, which I would never go after someone's personal features or anything like that, you're just talking to an online ID. So when these pieces of trash ruin a game for everybody, players that have been playing these games for years and years, putting hundreds and thousands of hours in, which matters. That's your time. These games you put your hard-earned money in, which is fine if this is your hobby. It's no different than golfing and buying golf clubs because you love golf, or if you're a bowler buying that expensive bowling ball because you love to bowl, right? Racquetball, you buy the best racquetballs and racquetball, rackets because you love racquetball and you put a ton of money in it. And guess what would happen in every single one of those? You would never want some rat loser cheating or taking shortcuts that ruins all the time and effort you put into a hobby you love, because then it becomes a waste. Then it puts you in a terrible spot to either quit the sport you love because these loser cheaters are ruining it, these shortcut takers are ruining it, or to play against them and ignore it, and many times losing to them because even though you're better and more skilled, they're taking these shortcuts, or they force you to do the rat loser stuff yourself. And so when this happens, it makes everybody miserable, right? Because all these rats add up. So now, for me to take it a step further and actually tell them to their face and call them out for the nonsense they're doing, that should be the norm. But instead, some people, and it's mainly the rats themselves, but then there is a small group of other snowflakes that are so sissified, pussified, no backbone, probably never played a sport in their life, have no idea about trash talk. They would hear the trash talk. They would hear the coaches from, let's call it the old school, and feel like the coaches need to be locked up if they've truly heard how things are said, you know. But when you call out rat losers, what happens? Well, they pull the victim card. The ones that know what they're doing, right, and that are more like trolls, they'll just go away and laugh at it almost because they know it's true. But the ones where you call out and you really hit home and they know you're right, you can see it because they'll run to, let's say, Reddit or wherever it is and try to play the victim. Look at this terrible stuff he said to me, all because I tried to use a glitch the whole game, and I do it against every one of my opponents, and he tells me that I'm probably a huge failure in life that just needs to win at something, so to do that I ruin a game for everybody. Can you believe this guy? How mean is he? Telling me I was probably raised like a complete loser because no winner would waste their time cheating on a video game. Unbelievable. Who is this guy? It's just a video game. Who cares if I ruin it? If it's just a video game, then why can't you rat losers just play football within the mechanics that the game is supposed to be played? And it would be the same if you did it in a hockey game, basketball game, anything. It's just I'm a football game player. That's what I cover on this channel. That's what I am overall, mostly. Not that I don't like other games. Shout out like Marvel Rivals. I played that late night. It was brilliant, by the way. Probably going back to that soon on top of football games. But I need to get this off my chest because these rat losers, especially the ones that go and play the victim card, and then what they'll do, a lot of them, is they'll cut out the part where it explains like why I'm calling them out, and then they'll highlight, look what he said, and they'll start right in the middle of it. And I don't give a shit because everything I say in there is true. But the point is that if you're a rat loser and you're playing the victim card, that's expected. And most people see that. And you losers that are running to Reddit or wherever to try to play the victim and post me like I'm some animal, you guys are just showing everyone knows, or the people that matter know exactly what kind of player you are and what kind of person you are. But for those small group of people that aren't rat losers, but that see me call these guys out, and oh my gosh, I can't believe he would call someone's online ID out. That's so despicable to actually hold somebody accountable. Unbelievable, right? You guys are the softest sissy boy, sissy girl, whatever. If your boy is a girl, it doesn't matter. You guys need to grow a backbone. You guys need to snap into the real world, right? And you guys need to also stop being so naive and accept the truth. Everybody knows that eFootball's in the gutter because of these smart assist losers. Konami, yes, they need to step in and turn it off and get rid of a lot of stuff. But the players are the ones who chose to abuse the stuff, and that's what ultimately did that game. And it's the same for UFL. Nobody makes players shoot 50-yard shots over and over and over. Nobody makes players go for cross spamming over and over and over, or through ball glitches or whatever. These players choose to do that just because they want to win so bad. And the only reason I could see, and many would agree with this, is that they're total losers, so they don't mind, they don't have any shame, and they just want to win at something. Right? It's just the truth. It literally is just the truth. And if you can't accept that, so be it. But when I call these players out and I hit home, that's when a little sissy boy, sissy girl, could be boys, it doesn't have to be, it could be guys or girls, mainly guys play, let's be honest, but it could be either, right? You hit home with them, and instead of owning up to their stuff and maybe like, damn, he's right, they get mad because they don't want to face the truth, and so then they try to, oh, let's get him banned. Oh, I'm gonna try to make him look bad. I'm gonna post this or do this. That's what those losers do, because they don't want to be held accountable for their crap. So the bottom line is, you can think what you want to think, but the true disgusting people in this matter are the losers ruining all these games. It's no different than an FC with all the issues they're having, right? Yes, playstyles are ruining FC. You can have a great player, great build, great stats, everything, but if they don't have the correct playstyles, they're useless. It's a joke, because EA Sports has added a ton of trash over the past several years. If I were you, I would check out my latest video about UFL being FIFA 16. You'll see where it relates to what I'm saying. But and it's ruined these football games because they've neglected a lot of the updates on the football pitch to add this stupid stuff. But none of it matters. Why? Because at the root of everything is an outdated game engine and terrible servers. So over at FC, you could talk till the sun comes up about fixing all the issues, and EA Sports could even do it. Let's just imagine a world where they had to listen to you and fix everything you talked about. But if they did not take the game down to cut it back down to its foundation and update the game engine, none of this would matter. And guess what? That's expensive, because there's a lot of layers of stuff they've added, so that's a lot of work, a lot of money to make the game actually a good game. But that's why it's a waste to talk about everything else, because at the core, the game is just toast without that updated game engine and doing something with their servers, a complete overhaul. So when we talk about how UFL can be better, right? Unless these rat losers don't have these things to abuse, the game's always going to be toast. Because we can play a game, 2 games, 3 games against players that want to play football the right way and that aren't just going to exploit nonsense. But then guess what? There's going to be all these rat losers that are playing UFL that are always going to go for the stuff that they can exploit. So they have to find a way to not allow these through ball glitches. They have to find a way to nerf corners but not break anything else like they typically do in patches. They have to find a way to nerf the 50-yard shots but not make something else overpowered. They have to find a way to get rid of this R1, R2 sprint glitch, or if you can't, add it to the defenders so the defenders can keep up with these attackers, and make it so the defenders aren't bouncing off the attackers when these guys use it. If you want to see a prime example, go watch the fake boss man, D-Loser, whatever his name is. Go watch his streams. It's a perfect example of how ridiculous R1, R2 sprint glitching is. Running around 100 miles an hour, defenders can't catch up. If they do, they're bouncing off the players. If you can't get rid of that and everything else that I just said, no matter what you do with this game, it's never going to go anywhere. And that's sad, and that's frustrating, it's infuriating, and that's why I go that next step and call these people out. Now, does it get old? Absolutely. I get sick of it too, because I know these losers, it's not worth my time. I know sometimes it's even petty. However, on one part of it, I do want to hear like how shameless these guys are. I want to hear how they can actually defend their actions. If anybody was on stream yesterday, the one player from eFootball actually said, bro, you're totally right, and turned off Smart Assist because he was like, it just pissed me off that everyone was using it, so I started using it, but that's the lamest excuse ever. And I told him, dude, kudos, at least you're still playing and you turned it off. Me, I can't even play it, period. So kudos to you, at least you can, takes a real man to admit when they messed up. And they moved on. And that happens so ever so often. I don't always catch it on stream, so that was cool to catch it on stream. But I know most of these losers aren't going to do that. They're going to double down, or they're going to, because that's what they are. They're losers. But that's okay, because if we can keep speaking up, if we can keep showing how stupid the game is with these losers, so these development companies can start focusing more on not putting, or at least fixing quickly, the exploitable stuff. If we can keep getting the like-minded players that love the game together and that know that these losers know exactly what they're doing and still decide to abuse these games and try to put them in their place as much as we can, we're going to get a good football game, or good football games plural, which is great for the entire football gaming player base. So that is the ultimate goal. I just wanted to address that for all the losers that run to these social media sites and try to make me out to look like a bad guy because I'm calling these pieces of crap out for exactly why they should be called out. They are the ones ruining the games. They are the ones doing nothing positive, all because selfishly they're just too lazy to put in the work to get better like a true footballer, like a true competitor. And that's why they decide to ruin the game for everybody else. Misery always loves company. Don't be a miserable rat loser. You don't get anywhere. It's not worth it. It's not satisfying like typical football games are, with great defense or tackles or build up or goals or victories even. When you take shortcuts, all that goes away. It's just empty, boring. So don't go that route. I'm telling you, never ends good. And go ahead to all you other losers. Keep posting me all you want. You're just showing just how spineless and cowardly you are because you can't own up to being rat losers. So with that being said, I had to get that off my chest, guys. I'm so sorry, but it needed to be explained. And now we have to go deal with them directly because this game is chock full of them. So what's up, Only Airs? What's up, UFL Hub? Damn, that rant was a long time, 18 minutes. But dude, guys, I had to do it. You know, sometimes you just have to explain things, and it's so funny when these pieces of crap come on, like, oh man, people are bringing it. I've seen what you said, or people are saying this and that on Reddit or on YouTube or on whatever. It's like, I don't give a shit, bro. You think I care about that? Every one of you losers deserves what's happening, so I just had to call it out. But congrats on pulling JJ, bro. JJ92, I'm guessing, UFL Hub. Only Air says there's an Indian guy who wants to play. It's gotta be a wager match. 10,000 Indian rubies only. Rubles only. What up, boys? What up, Valley? How are you, big dog? Yeah, so I'm going to see if we can survive in this. I played some Marvel Rivals last night, bro. It was fun, guys. It was effing fun. And depending if I can figure out a way to coexist with these shitheads and try to make some real football out of it, but I'm having a hard time. I mean, these losers are just beating the shit out of me, dude. Every time I stop them, they do some other bullshit. It's either the cross shit or a 50-yard shot or a zigzag finesse. I mean, it's not. I'm not playing against true. It's never pass left, pass up, pass back. Use triangles, up back throughs, third man runs, diamonds, and like the defender has to appropriately mark off the passing lanes and time their tackles right. It's always bullshit, bro. The 50-yard shot ones are so ridiculous. They get the ball to their center mids and they just zigzag run till they can get to certain angles and pull the trigger and put it upper 90 every time. It's like, surely someone's realized that this is terrible football. It's not even close to the realistic sport. So trying to deal with that is very, very, very challenging. King Solo 14. Ooh, I like those old school UFL looking kits. We're finna rock the Adidas whites again. If only everything else matched the brilliant customization that UFL has, we'd be great. The 4-3-3 versus our 4-3-3, but mine's defense is attack. Let's see how it goes. Arr, arr, arr. All right, so no long rangers. No long rangers here. Let's see what we have. Oh, hey. Good, work the ball out. Boom. I would have been pissed there. I just don't want to kick and run. Gotta remember the goalies can't throw properly, too. Good. Boom. The ball roll worked. Oh my god, I beat him with it, but then I didn't trust myself. Never do that. Trust yourself, boy. Oh my god, great defense, and look how I was rewarded. Just smoked this guy. R1, R2, guys. You see how effective it is. And unfortunately, that's kind of what the game has come to right now, you know. Good football, good build-up, eh? It's funny how you can play when you don't. Notice no zigzags. Well, no, that was zigzags, wasn't it? Because of Vinny. But more pure football than most right now, eh? So far, this opponent, too. No R1, R2 there. I should have done the hard shot there. I'm a stooge. See, we'll do this to every opponent and just outplay the shit out of them. Oh! What's up with these huge touches? And the ball bouncing 700 yards away from the players, guys. Is there something like... Look it. Is that... Let's see. Come on, knock-ons. I guess I'm pushing sprint too early, but I see my opponents doing it too. Goal. And then that doesn't go in. Yeah, but you know what's funny, Valley? Is Phil never played football ever. And he is one of the most technical players because he put in the work to actually play football. Because why else play if you... Why play a football sim if you don't want to play football, right? There's a difference between not knowing how to play football and in ignorance, but when you're using shortcuts, glitches, that's not ignorance of not knowing football. That's ignorance of being too... That's being a rat loser. You see what I'm saying? There's not knowing football, maybe, so all you do is go for through balls or whatever, and then maybe you accidentally catch some glitch through balls. But going for the exact shortcuts that are ruining the, oh, look how it's through shortcuts ruining the game every time, that is not acceptable. That is awesome that you got 92 JJ, brother. Hell yeah. You see what I'm saying, Valley? Playing football, maybe if they dribble nonstop with one player because they don't understand passing, or they kick it over the top every time because they don't understand that. But football is football, right? Even if they play it like very like noobs. But going for pure shortcuts, glitches, rat nonsense, that's way different. You know what I mean? That's somebody that is knows what they're doing and going for broken shit. Why did he just stop? See that? Right there, how the ball's bouncing away from me when I'm stealing. It's crazy. Come on, counter. I forgot those hold up. What the fuck is this, dude? With this little bullshit with the explosion being delayed, it's crazy. I don't know. I don't really do friendlies, man. You know what I mean? All right, let's get Del Piero in. Let's get. This again. We'll see, though. All right, let's see what we got here. Like, if people are in my community, we have community tournaments and stuff like that, so you could like join that and then play in the tournaments that we eventually do. But come on. Oh my god, dude. How many shots in plays do I have to do to get a fucking goal? That's his first shot. It's 10 shots to 0, bro. Oh no, I'm not back, Iron Man. This game is totally broke. Wait till you see these stats. All because this fucking guy can go for some bullshit shot. It's just, guys, you can't. Wait till you see these stats. This does not exist in other games. This is strictly a broken game, guys. This is strictly a... This guy has been terrible the entire game. This is a Division 8 FC player, Division 10 eFootball player. Look, the stats literally, he's gotten one shot the entire game. One shot. All he's done is sit back the entire game, bro. Zero. Zero. He doesn't know how to attack, doesn't know how to do anything. The fact that it's not 10-0 right now is insanity. It's a joke. This game is a joke. It's a joke. Wait till you see these stats. And I'm not saying it's his fault, because he sucks at every other game, I can tell. But look at this game. This is why I'm out of here, guys. I said my piece about the Rats, but guys, you cannot have a game like this. Look at that. That is the most embarrassing trash I've ever seen in my life. This is not football. He didn't even try to play. Now, no offense to King Solo, but you have to be a complete loser to waste your time doing this. This is what I mean by rat losers. Now, guess what? The funny part is, he wasn't a rat at all. He was just very bad at the game. But these are the losers that are playing UFL, and you have to understand why. There's nobody in their right mind that would waste their time to get one special shot to win a game. Nobody in the world's going to disagree with that. Nobody is going to look at it. For one, anybody who's playing the game like a complete rat piece of shit is going to whoop this dude's ass. For two, even playing like this and getting a win like that every once in a while has to be the most boring thing in the world. You don't know how to play football. You can't even connect a pass. But this is the type of players that are being attracted to UFL. Now, if you want me to do what these other content creators are doing and saying, oh man, great game, guys, that was great football. Look at this is why UFL is great. Even these other players can win. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Right? But look at this garbage. Losing to this trash can with these types of stats, he couldn't even play football. He was dog shit. But the losers like this play this game because of it. So there's zero. If you think, for instance, like when Nick runs the foot market, leaves FC, he plays eFootball, right? Somewhat decent regularly. He went and tried out goals. Obviously, that's an alpha. We'll see. I guarantee you he plays it more when it comes out. He'll do like one random stream a year for UFL, probably paid. These other guys that do this shit, they get paid to do it, and guess what? They never come back. Boris never in history has done this. Started turning off the camera because he was so frustrated with the game, and we didn't even get to see the highlights of half of his games. If you notice, every update, the record was like 5, 6, 7 games more. Didn't talk in detail about the game. It was just like, okay, series is done unless I get this many likes. Okay, play UFL because he had to say it. But no one truly is coming back. Nobody's going to put a deadline on a series if they like the game. So it's just a total joke. You cannot have a game like this. This does not exist. Because there's trash players in this game because that's all that's left. And it's not me being a jerk. This is honesty. I guarantee I'm speaking for a vast majority of players, but UFL has their game in such shambles that losers can sit there and park the bus, or if you want to call this guy a winner, and let's try to spin the positive. He's persevering, man. He's persevering through low skill. He's finding a way to win. He's wasting his fucking time. He's wasting his fucking time. The dude doesn't even know how to pass. This is a total trash can game. Every game is like this, though. Every one, Iron Man. There's not one that's not. You can't find one good thing about this game. If you notice, again, I hate to say it, but what did you notice about Boris's video? See, this is where I can help you guys out. These other content creators are pulling the wool over your eyes. What did you notice about Boris, who's an insanely good FC player? who took a bag to come play this game. Notice every session was miserable. Notice the difference. He plays FC, which is one of the most competitive and frustrating games out there. Yes, it's ping pong, but do you know how focused you have to be in that game because of how fast it is? There ain't no parking the bus with automatic defense like some dog shit whoever I just played. That dude that I just played couldn't last a day in another football game. And I know you guys know that, but notice that the whole time Boris was miserable. There was zero fun. There was zero fun in Boris's gameplay. Notice that he turned off his camera. Notice that he kept telling the dead ends. It was pure frustration. It was pure, God, I can't wait till this is over. And notice the highlights, by the way. Exactly, Iron Man. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to read between the lines. Notice he never go to FC and find any video where he's ever done it. He doesn't. Notice the highlights. The only thing he could ever do with that free to play team is take the one player that had a perk, which was Shaqiri, a long ranger player. The only thing he could ever do to stay in games is hit 50-yard shots. So this total trash can that I just played with, God knows, I don't even have to look at it, but has a million. Like, look, guys, I can't even win in this game right now. Look at this. I mean, that dude's a gold player, but look at the stats. And there's not much difference between him and then these actual rats. This dude I played last night, the biggest rat loser I've ever seen, dude. So what he did was, all he did was pass. I'll show you, actually. I'll show you. He passed between his midfielders over and over. Then he lost the ball, parked the bus. He ran, that lean belly guy, ran with his midfielder back behind his center backs, would press you with his center backs until he could win the ball. And then once he saw an opening, he would run his controlled player up. Okay, and then he would just pass left and right until he got to his 50-yard shot that he wanted. Then he'd run it an angle away and hit it far post. Total joke. Exactly. If he didn't, Iron Man, that's a great point. If he didn't have Shaqiri, he would have never left the gold division. 68 and 59. I guarantee that last loser I played against, and sorry, but guys, when a loser is a loser, look up the definition of a loser, then look at how that dude plays and look at his record. Notice how I'm not saying rat, I'm just saying loser there. I'm not saying rat, because he wasn't necessarily a rat. But, bro, sitting back, parking the bus to take 50-yard shots is crazy work. None of these guys even do what I just did. You know what I mean? They don't play any type of real football. It's always bullshit. See how I'm manually defending? I didn't let my AI do it. See how I'm working the ball up and playing? Like, even this, it's like it's normal football, right? Up, back, and throughs, trying to get in. It might be a through ball glitch, and I didn't even mean to. I just wanted an up, back, and through. But if that was, I did not mean to do a through ball glitch there. If it would have went through and locked him up, it didn't, though, luckily. But it's easy to just play football. Like, you don't... People, it's not like it's a hard... What the fuck kind of through ball was that, by the way? There's no type of like a skill gap in passing at all. It's either directly at their feet or it's just some stupid way off pass at the AI who knows what's going on. All these big touches, bro, all these huge touches are a joke. What's making the ball run 16 feet away even when I'm not holding sprint? You know what I mean? Thought they fixed the AI. Look at the defenders go way wild when you pass it. And notice the ball just went through his player's foot. Was that a glitch? March's goals beta. March's goals beta. I mean, God, dude, and it's funny. We watched a mod last night. Who was here last night when we watched that FIFA 16? If these guys, if you guys haven't watched my video, supposedly these guys took a see, that's the only thing you can do in this game. Look at this. What is that? What is that? And I keep nailing the bar too from 60 yards out as if it's normal. Like, guys, how does strikers not have someone in there saying, guys, we got to get rid of this. We're making a mockery of the sport. Oh, he did a through ball glitch. He did a through ball glitch. He did the through ball glitch. He did the through ball glitch. That's hilarious. That's all right. We'll keep doing 50-yarders on him. We'll go R1 on R2 on him, run through him, and then do the 50-yard glitch. We'll do all the bullshit. So look what the game turns into. The loser does the fucking... But then look at me. I'm doing 50-yard shots. So it's the same thing, bro. I'm right in the boat when I play this game because what can you do? But look how bad these guys are. I mean, can you believe... Why are these players... How do these players even exist, truly? Look, he's trying to do the through ball glitch every time. Bro, how do you become such a fucking... But he's actually playing the game. Look at all the games that he's played. How do you get this bad at something and still play it? Oh, when he moves his goalie. I see what... I'm going to do that too. What the fuck? Why did that go there? Look how bad these guys are. And then what was that? I stole it from them. Like, it's almost like you got to be bad at football and not play football to win this game. You guys watch this and tell me if I'm right or wrong about this. And then it goes out there. If you're this opponent, how can you be playing this and actually consider yourself not a loser? And I mean that with full sincerity. That was a terrible ball by me. Look, and then a regular shot like that doesn't go in. I mean, this is an honest question. If you're this player, how can you play like this and be this bad? Look at the stats. Look at the passes. Look at everything. I mean, these are total, absolute losers in this game. And if I'm wrong, point to where the only thing he's going for when he ever gets the ball up is through ball glitch. And notice what happens when he gets a real play. He don't even know what to do, guys. He didn't even know the proper finish. Should have went low driven to the corner there. He doesn't even know how to properly finish when he gets a chance. Meanwhile, all I can get, because he's parking the bus, look at... Go ahead and look back at that play. And look what happened there and explain the football in that. You see what I'm saying? It's like the only thing they can do is that goofy stuff. But when you actually play football, you can get some decent stuff in here. It's just... See what I'm saying? See how I'm playing football actually? But that doesn't go in but oh, if I waited and didn't do what I just did to make the game actually look good and play football, then I could score goals, but I make the game look like trash, you know? I mean, look at this, bro. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Look at this. I've been stealing the ball from him 10 times. I've been reading him like a book. The dude's a kindergarten level player. Look, guys, look at this. I'm reading him like a book. How is it not getting stolen? What is that right there? Oh, hey, it finally registered an actual steal. I finally got rewarded. What the fuck is that? Look how bad he is. What the Oh my god, dude. Can you be a bigger loser than this dude? Can you be a bigger... I don't even know how. How is he playing this and not feeling like an idiot? Look how bad... He doesn't even know how to pass. These players in this game... And you guys tell me where I'm wrong. If I'm wrong... Look at this. He just sits there with 7 players behind the ball. He doesn't even know how to pass, dude. R1, R2. R1, R2, and then he scores. Look at this. Look what just happened. R1, R2, and then he scores. Look. He's gotten 2 shots. Now he's going to go sit back again. Now look at this piece of shit's record. Look, I'll do it to him too. I had to take it off there. I saw the what do you call it? The shielding button. I saw the shielding button. Look at that. Look at the I can't react to his dribble. It's like delayed. Somebody tell me where the football is from this trash can. This dude, I would offer him money right now. Is this a PlayStation player? I'll offer him money to play any other football game, and I guarantee he couldn't do shit. He couldn't do shit. Look how he defends, bro. And notice I score a real goal. No running, no what do you call it? Running through the defender. Go watch how my defender bounced off him and tell me that was true, realistic. The last one. And then look at my goal compared to his. If I'm not speaking facts, tell me. And if you guys aren't playing this, thinking the same thing, tell me. I don't see any skill in these losers whatsoever. I see a bunch of players that can't play real football that are playing this, and as long as these guys are playing the game and these content creators are playing this shit the way that, and they're making this acceptable, this will always be the laughing stock of football games. Look, the loser's wants to win so bad he can't even truly play. He doesn't even know what he's doing. What the fuck was that? I beat him. Oh my god, dude. This is not... You can't make this up. You can't make this up. So now this is what I do. Let's see if we can get this trash can to play against us in any other football game. But yeah, I say Marvel Rivals, guys. This game ain't worth a fuck, dude. Nobody's gonna truly play this. If you're playing this and you're looking at that, there's nobody that's looking at this game and going, oh, that's skill. Let's see if we can challenge him to any other football game. I would do it to the other one, but let's find games. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. 50 hours. Oh, he's played 50 hours here. Let's challenge here. Hey, bro, I wanted to see if you wanted to go play any other football game for a friendly wager. Let's just make it, what, $700. Play eFootball and FC. Absolutely no offense here, but looking at the fact that you play this game despite having a terrible record and the way you play, I feel like you're playing UFL just because it's a no-skill game, and I want to prove it. So I got my chat on here. There's several people in here that will hold me accountable. We play FC and eFootball. No smart assist. I'm sorry. I know if you play eFootball, you're a smart assist guy. $700, not much. And well, I can Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. I have it all tied to the channel. You can look yourself, so it can easily be sent to you. But my bet is I'm going to destroy you. Let's see if he accepts, guys. That's fair. That's a fair offer, would you not say? But based on how bad he was, I feel like I'm going to destroy him. Now, guys, I've gotten up to $1,000 I've offered these guys. If you look at how much money I put into these games, it's nothing, dude. Like, bro, look. Um, Look at this real quick. I'll go into these stores, and I'm not saying I'm rich by any means, but I'm just saying, like, I'm offering these guys big money to send screenshots. And so I want you to understand something. I'm trying to prove a point, paint a picture. These players are real problems in these games. And the people who don't get, like, well, why are you calling out this and that? You have to understand that these developers are making these games. These guys are the type of people that litter when there's a trash can 2 feet away. They're the type of people that are too lazy to really put in work in anything, and so they fail and fail and fail and fail. Like, I can prove this. It is no joke because I grew up with it. We all know these people. Tell me that you don't know about a kid in the neighborhood when you guys were growing up playing all the sports that was so bad at every sport, and he did not like playing the sports that he sucked at. Maybe he was good at, thought he was good at one sport. So when everyone wanted to play the other sport and he didn't get his way, he wouldn't just not play because he was terrible. Nope, he had to play and make everybody else miserable. So if you played hockey and he didn't want to play it, he just nail you with his stick the whole time, check you the whole time, foul, say, oh, no penalty, there's no refs. If you were playing American football, he would do the same, just constantly mess up the game, and to the point where if you're playing, like, let's say what we call soccer, he would never get back on defense. He would cherry pick, and then if you try to defend him and stole the ball away, he'd try to kick your legs out every time because he sucked, rip your shirt off when you went running by, just everything to ruin the game because he sucked and he couldn't just say, I'm not good and not play, or just try to get better and put in work. The lazy piece of shit loser had to ruin everybody's experience because they wished they were good. Well, you didn't put in the work like a winner, but a loser mentality isn't that. It's misery loves company. That's the only losers that would do this. So, yeah, they didn't fix that at all, Saul. Hey, trust me. So, when I face these guys, $750, you heard me offer it. If that sensitive loser can't take how I said that, then I don't know what. I mean, listen to this. Picture being offered this. Listen.
Hey, bro, I wanted to see if you wanted to go play any other football game for a friendly wager. Let's just make it $700. What, $700? Play eFootball NFC.
I mean, come on, bro. Would you guys not love to get that? Would you guys not love to get that? Would you not love to get this offer right now? Tell me that. So how am I being mean? So is this you, Lord Dubular? Are you talking about them saying they fixed the random stuff, or is this you? I'm trying to offer you 750 to play one game of eFootball NFC because it's the same thing with all these UFL players. They are terrible. They have no football knowledge, no football ability, and they ruin the game to get one 50-yard shot, one cross glitch, one through ball glitch. This loser went for through ball glitches only. He couldn't even complete a pass. What do you mean? What do you mean no one would accept that offer? I know that he's not going to pay it. You think I'm dumb enough, do you think to think that this piece of shit would ever pay this up? He doesn't. This is some random PSN. But I'm on live. This whole stream's going to be put out to where anybody watching it can clip it and show. If I go back on my word, I'm going to be blasted on that. I'm putting myself in the hot seat. If I lose, I will have to pay it. This piece of shit will just keep being a rat. This random person would just not pay me. I'm not dumb. Look how he plays UFL. The dude sits there and goes for glitches, can't even complete a pass, has 700 losses, still plays the game. He will have no problem getting his ass beat and just not paying me. You think I expect payment? The whole thing is he can get the win, and then if I don't pay him, then I look like a huge piece of shit, which, by the way, I will 1000% pay him because I would never do that. Otherwise, I lose all credibility, all integrity. But I know for a fact, I know these games, I've been playing them my whole life. I know for a fact I'd go into eFootball and destroy this trash can. And I know I would destroy him in FC where you actually have to play football. Even though FC's more ping pong, it's 1,000 times more football than UFL. You guys just don't like FC. Otherwise, I'd be playing that right now. But you guys don't like to follow FC. And I get why. It's a very tough game. It's very skilled players. It's hard to get to the top. But it's just the point that these UFL players don't even play football anymore. So you either have one of two things. You either have strikers that truly can't get rid of all the bullshit, or you have strikers that's like Konami. Why do you think Konami leaves Smart Assist in? No, it's not. You're totally wrong. You're totally wrong. No one makes anybody go for glitches only, Lord Dubular. The fact that this trash can can't, as a random PSN with 7 million losses, is just going for one type of pass tells you everything. He cannot play any other football game, for one. And for two, notice how I scored my one goal. I didn't have to go for any glitches. So maybe if he didn't go for any, maybe he scores, maybe he doesn't. But at least it's real football. You sound ridiculous, bro. You sound so... Lord Dubular, I'm sorry, but you sound either like you work for strikers or no one's going to take you seriously, with respect. There is no glitch through balls where your defense locks up. That's only UFL. I repeat, there is no glitch through balls. If you go back and watch the game where the ball was running through players, where the defense locks up, where you can't make tackles, that is only UFL. If you watch every other game, there is no other game where 50-yard shots are the norm. Go back and look at the beginning. I have 2 50-yard shots rip off the crossbar. No other game has the 8 defenders sitting back anymore. That's only UFL. You are stuck in 2020. You're stuck in last year or over a year now. No other game has that, Lord Dubular. You sound ridiculous. You literally do. Nobody made that player. Bro, you realize, do you want me, if I sat here every game and go, oh, this is the angle, guys. Every time he got right at about the 20-yard box, he played a through ball. And then he waited for the one that got him through, and then he scored it. Like the last dude went for that one special Rafinha shot. And he got one shot to 8. Didn't play football at all. Miserable prick. But that ruins the game for everyone. How many people do you think are going to sit there and do that game after game after game? That is not real football. FIFA's had countless broken mechanics. Saying no other game has broken meta mechanics is simply incorrect. No, right now, it's not meta mechanics, Lord Dubular. A meta mechanic, let's say, would be the 50-yard long ranger shot, which is ridiculous. Let's just call that a meta mechanic. Okay? A glitch through ball, or holding R1 and R2, or going for crosses that are broken because when you lob cross it, the air sentinel doesn't trigger. That is broken glitches because Shout out to Kevin Pedro, number 1 player in the world in UFL, by the way. Number 1 in the world in UFL. Comes in, as always, hits us with a bombshell and says, this game started development in 2016. Allegedly, they ripped FIFA 16. That's what started the development. So this is base version FIFA 16 that they added on top of to make it their own. The problem is, because it's base version FIFA 16 and these guys aren't EA Sports, they can't get rid of all the shit that happened along the way. That's why we're stuck with the same flick on corner glitch, the same through ball glitch, the same lob crosses, and no one can do anything about them. Notice that when you cross regular, Air Sentinel clears the ball away, but when you lob cross, your players can beat Air Sentinel players. Air Sentinel doesn't trigger. These are glitches. Hey, people can see, bro. People can see. People can see. You sound ridiculous. I know. 2 years in, Lord Dubular, you see what I'm saying? Like, ignorance is not bliss in this case. Your parents should have taught you, don't speak if you don't know what you're talking about. Because once you prove yourself dumb, you prove yourself a person to ignore. And right now, that's exactly what you are. This game started production in 2016. By all video game standards, they are way behind. Everything I'm saying is factual. If you brought Thierry Henry, Ruud Gullit, anybody that watched the gameplay just now, they would repeat what I'm saying. Now, would they have said the rat loser part? No. But what do you call someone with 50 losses, 60, 70 losses that self-demotes and that only goes for glitches? Do you call them a winner, Lord Dubular? I'm pretty sure that's, by definition, a loser. For one. For two, when I put up $700 to play this loser, to where if he loses, he can just disappear into nobody land where he lives already, because no one knows him. He's a nobody. He's doing this for nothing, which is even more sad. But if I lose, then every bit of credibility I have goes out the window. It gets clipped. You guys tell me, you better pay him. That's messed up. And I offered that repeatedly for simple tasks to prove my point, and I've never gotten one rebuttal. I'm the only one putting up anything, and it's actually significant enough money to make these lazy bastards do it, but I know that they can't, or they would. So if you can refute any of these facts, I'd love for you to do that. If they win the game, no. See, that's where you sound like an ignorant idiot. It's not if you win the game. So if you go play eFootball with Smart Assist, which is very similar, but it's worse over here because these are legit broken mechanics, and you win with Smart Assist against a player that was just a player, you don't say they're a winner. You would say they are a loser. That is a universal fact. So what makes it different when you use known broken mechanics? You are an absolute loser. The fact that you think winning one game is probably why, just like this guy, I'm assuming you have. Let me ask you this: for $100, show me your record. I'm willing to bet that your record, because I've been playing like 2 days, right? But you know how players typically play like 100 games, and the ones who have the records that are like 50 and 50 or 60 and 60. I'm willing to bet if you send me your PSN and we look at your record, you were one of those self-demoting losers. I can tell by the way you're talking. Am I right? No. So you just proved yourself again. So guys, this is why UFL is in a terrible place. So when you guys ask, hey, why do you think the UFL player numbers are so low? Why do you think it's the only game with the longest average? It's the longest average wait time, lowest amount of players, right? Worst streaming numbers, lowest amount of content creators. It's because look at all these players, and you have one of them in the chat right now, which I'm pretty sure is this loser I just played. And let me explain. This trash can just said both players can use the broken mechanics. If one chooses not to, that's their fault. That is what's wrong with the game right there, buddy. Because no actual competitor is going to waste their time using glitch after glitch after glitch. How many people do you think would watch my content or watch anybody's content or play this game if all they did, let's say, is go for lob crosses over and over and over, or go for that one through ball angle over and over and over? Zero. Yeah, but you are it's not just disagreeing. What you are representing is what's wrong with the game. You are quite literally saying, bro, you can use it. Use the broken stuff. Come on, man. You want to become a winner? Use the broken stuff. That's how you do it. That would be the worst thing I could possibly do for this game. And the fact that you, as a player of this game, are representing like the player base like this. This is what a majority of you idiots think. And yes, it's idiocracy. You have to understand. Look up the definition of idiot real quick. You understand what I'm saying? So, if you are telling me to go use broken mechanics as a result, and that would make me a winner, or that would be fine if I used them, that is idiocracy. No, you moron. Oh my God, Lord Tubular. The developers don't make players use the broken stuff. In eFootball, the developers can't go into your household on your PC or controller and flip on Smart Assist, even though it's a new player tool for Division 1 players. Yes, obviously that's not really it. Konami did it because they want losers will pay to be winners. Just remember that quote. Losers will pay to be winners. When you are such a loser at everything else, you will find whatever you can win at, and you'll do whatever you can to win. And in UFL, it gives losers a chance to be winners. But no one made the Division 1 players use Smart Assist in eFootball. No one makes these players go for these glitches. You understand what I'm saying? All cheaters and rats should be ostracized and called out. There's no place for losers using exploits. Project, you should have heard this piece of crap, and go read what this Lord Dubular is saying. It's so disgusting. If you want to, guys, if you want to know why, number-wise, because stats never lie, right? If you guys want to know why UFL is crashing hard and looking really bad, look at Lord Dubular. Look at Lord Dubular. Look at what all he's saying. This piece of trash is saying, dude, just use the exploits. You can use them too. This piece of trash is saying, don't complain to the players using this stuff. Complain to the devs. Yes, we have to count on the devs, unfortunately, even though they have money behind why they do their stuff. These rat losers doing what they do isn't for money. It isn't for competing. None of them compete. None of them get to the top ranks even. These losers are doing it strictly either because misery loves company, because they suck at something and they want to ruin it for everybody else, or B, because they lose so much at everything else that they consider a pointless win despite all their losses because it doesn't work every time. They just want to win when they can. That's just a fact. It might sound harsh, but it's true. And to hear your response is the exact problem, Dubular. I'm sorry, bro. No, you can't play any other game right now that has the level of nonsense in UFL. So clearly you're not playing eFootball. eFootball, it's Smart Assist. It's the computer helping you. And unfortunately, over there, that's literally like a tool that they allow. It's a joke. But here, fuck this. Watch this. I'll go prove it to you right now. Because I'm not like these. Fortunately, unlike these other guys, I can actually play football. So I can go into any game I want and play right away. Unlike these other idiots like the dude I just played that couldn't step foot in another game. You know why, Lord Dubular? Because they need through ball glitches that freeze up the defense. They need 50-yard shots because they can't break down defenses. They don't know how to pass, so they need R1, R2 sprint glitches to run through defenders since they can't truly play. Bro, this guy is a true idiot. Look what he's saying. What are you talking about? aerial CBs and long range Chaka. What the fuck are you talking about? You sound. Oh man, what was that? There's an update. Somebody just said something about this hidden update. Bro, Lord Dubular, you sound like you've never played football, bro. It's almost crazy that you are not embarrassed at what you're saying. You literally sound ridiculous, my man. I don't even know how to talk to someone that's okay. What the a secret game patch, guys? Let's see what this says. Then I'm gonna prove this Lord Dubular wrong. I know he's an idiot, but still, he represents a large majority of UFL players clearly.
Nest shots just not working properly and things like that. So we're going to go into Elite Division Rivals and test this out. Do let me know your opinion in the comments, because I didn't play the game yesterday when this patch come out. This is going to be my first time, and I don't believe that there was anything in the patch notes. At least no patch notes even showed up for me. So let me know what you think. Drop a like if you enjoy these videos, and let's jump into a game. I'll try and help you guys and give some tips along the way, but mainly I want to just test what is actually going on here. So we're going to get into a game. Let's go. If you're looking for the cheapest FC26 coins to build your super team, then look.
Apparently there's some stuff wrong with this. Alright. So anyways, when I play this game, you are not going to see anybody be able to play a pass where they can just kick the ball through and the other team locks up. You're not going to be able to see crosses. You're not going to be able to see all the, oh, it's a new season. You're not going to be able to see all this super stupid stuff. Dude, you're a moron. If you think that I'm way off the mark, you clearly are delusional. You're going to go down, you're going to either help, you're just part of bringing UFL straight down. If you think that I'm way off the mark, you are delusional. Again, then if the CB is faster than striker and Mbappe had his goal every time, it's a joke. Yeah, 100%. No, you won't, but you'll see AI defending and people defending using CMs only every game. Bro, no. Glitches. Dude, you're not talking about the same thing. Broken mechanics is a long ranger. A 50-yard long ranger is a broken mechanic, okay? Or let's use what you were talking about, the CBs that can jump through the roof. That's a broken mechanic. A glitch is the lob cross. Why do people lob cross? Because that aerial doesn't work on lob crosses. That's a glitch. The game is broken on lob crosses. Your center backs that have that aerial whatever, they can't use it. They actually freeze up. That's why everyone's going for lob crosses. That is a glitch that should not be in the game. And then on the attack, glitch through balls are where they code it in because they can't use variance passing, meaning they don't have passing where you power it up and aim and the pass goes based on your aiming. It locks onto a certain direction and the game tells it this target must receive this through ball. So what players do is they use a glitch from a certain angle. They play the through ball and the defense freezes up and can't get it. You understand what I'm talking about? There is glitches. Lob cross is a glitch. No, moron. Listen what I'm saying, Lord Dubular. It glitches out your center backs. I proved it over and over again yesterday. You weren't in here, but it literally glitches the game, your players out, which allegedly is because the devs are using FIFA 16 and they can't go back. It's not their framework, so they can't go back and remove it. They added stuff on top, but when they added stuff on top, there's stuff from the original FIFA 16 that messes it up. So when people are using cross glitches, it's because it neglects, you cannot properly defend it. My Mo Salah was winning headers over every center back yesterday. Holland was scoring them, but when I overpowered it to my Salah, I was winning headers over Air Sentinel, Saliba, or whoever the fuck, Gabriel. You understand what I'm saying? So now, understand this. there's nothing. A glitch is when, if you play a through ball, you should always be able to defend it. You can still defend uh, a finesse shot. You can still defend a power shot. I can go in this game with this team, right? Look, finesse plus, finesse plus, finesse plus, and they can defend me. You understand? They can defend me. You cannot defend a through ball glitch. There's a difference. Broken mechanics and glitches. A 50-yard shot is not even football at all. That is a broken, stupid mechanic. Universally agreed upon. But a glitch is, for instance, R1, R2. Lord Dubular, go find me in the controls where it says R1, R2 sprint as a mechanic. Here's the case is over right here. Since you can't understand, it's crazy that this is the level of IQ of UFL players. Lord Dubular, go find R1, R2 as a mechanic, because every control is listed. Why can't you find R1 and R2 as a mechanic? Now, go use it in a game. I'm telling every one of you guys. You want to see something crazy? Now, when you get close to the defender, take your fingers off R1 and R2 and start zigzag dribbling. But once you get into free space, hold down R1, R2, and as you approach defenders, slightly move your direction. It's a glitch. You can take a 60 pace player that will go up to like 99 pace. Every player goes up to way high pace, and the defenders cannot control it. They're not built to control it. Then, when you go just beside them, even if you time a tackle right, the tackle will bounce off the player. They will go through. If you want to see it in action, go watch the Boss Man KD, whatever. He uses it religiously. He gets the ball with his cam anywhere on the pitch, holds down R1 and R2, does his slight variant runs, and then shoots it every single time. What's up, Big Phil? How are you, buddy? So, again, Lord Dubular, notice what I'm saying. Why is R1, R2 not listed when it's clearly a mechanic? Because it's not supposed to be in the game. It is a, drumroll please, glitch. It is a glitch. Nope, it's not it, Lord Dubular. You see, this is where you're ignorant. I've showed it time and time again. You just weren't here. But just because you weren't here and just because you're ignorant, that's where I'm saying, like I said, your parents should have taught you. When you don't know what you're talking about, it's best to be quiet. Because once you prove yourself, let's be nice about it, a fool, you're likely to be ignored. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to waste people's time playing one of these games because it's clear you don't know shit. Well, that's the problem, bro, is you don't know a lot, dude, and you're coming in here and acting like you do. You can't do that. No, it's not being rude. It's being honest. Look at how you started the conversation, bro. Look at the very top. You're like one of those, if you don't know shit, then just shut the fuck up and learn. This is a lesson in life. You come in here and you start it by saying, oh, that dude's fine. That dude played fine. What do you mean? That's a winner. It's not his fault you didn't use the broken mechanics. Use the broken mechanics, bro. That's the worst thing you could say. That's not being rude. You can't come in and say that when it's ruining the game and expect people to think, oh, this guy's cool. He knows what he's talking about. Telling people use glitches, which you don't know the difference. Hopefully I just taught you. But you can't come in and say like, oh, you could use the through ball glitch too, and you could use... It's just, dude, the game serves no purpose right now. Guys, I'm just trying to share the truth with you. Listen, let's start here. Let's end it here. Oh my god, you little fucking sissy. Then do it, pussy boy. Grow some balls. Listen, you're talking about a app This isn't PSN with a bunch of snowflakes, you little sissy. This is YouTube, where Steve Will Do It is back on. Where, God, go look at the content that's on here. So you wouldn't report me for calling you a name? Aww. Listen, bro, I'm sorry that your parents didn't, like, help you grow some balls. I hope you're actually a chick. Are you? If you're a chick, that would make a lot more sense, even though I have daughters that are tougher than you, and I'm not kidding. Like, I have 9, 11-year-old daughters that I swear are tougher than you, bro. I bet you're crying right now. It's ridiculous. This motherfucker said, "You've called me a moron multiple times. I could easily report you. Go to Reddit and join my fan club and cry with those. Go get therapy with the rest of those fucking rat losers." Jesus, you guys have no nuts, bro. My daughters literally could probably whoop your ass. All you rat sissy boys. I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying I could report you. You're never gonna make it by talking very, very rude. Oh. Yeah, he's encouraging lame shit, saying I could report you. God damn. Trust me, sissy boy, I already know about how you idiots roll. But you don't come in and start promoting shit that's ruining games that we all love, dude, and want to actually play. It's and then saying don't blame the players, blame the developers. It's very easy to actually play the sport within the mechanics. All of us grew up playing Sega, Nintendo, all that. What was that? What was the one thing in common, guys? Right or right? There were always glitches in those games, right? You hear what I'm saying? So, when we grew up playing NHL and all that, we all remember there were glitches. Remember NHL, you would have like the wraparound glitch, or you could score from a face-off. Remember FIFA, where you could kick the ball from half midfield. Remember basketball, there was somewhere you could get the ball from a certain angle and drain a three no matter what. The first thing players would do, what? You and the kids in the neighborhood would do is what? Ban those glitches, because they were no fun. They weren't actually playing the sport. We all wanted to actually compete at the sport. So how come little kids can know? We never said blame the developers, blame the guys who made this game. We were kids knowing, oh, that's trash. That's not supposed to be in the game, so we're not going to use it. We're going to act like it doesn't exist. How come little kids can figure it out, but you can't? As a content creator, if you wanted to argue that, yes, but not when little Timmy, Tony, and John are sitting wherever they're at, not sharing content, not knowing. They don't know that I'm live. They don't know that I even have a channel. They're just doing it to get wins, to ruin the game. They're not exposing them. They're using them because they're absolute and utter trash cans that are willing to waste their time in a football simulator, even though they're not playing football at all, just because they want to win at something, bro. There could be no other reason than that. Oh my God. I just want you to know that hopefully Goals doesn't share, or that hopefully UFL doesn't share your mindset, because if they do, well, you see where the game's at already, bro. You got English-speaking content creators that are having to listen to Spanish and Italian, bro. Why do you think that's the case? You have record low numbers. You have servers that are allegedly shut down around the world. Allegedly is I have to say it. But why do you think the connection all of a sudden got terrible? Especially when you play. Notice whenever you play Hispanic players, you can tell by their PSNs and stuff. I want you to notice the connection every time you play them. There's other places too, I forgot. Somebody had the locations, but I could give you the exact locations. But when you play from my area, when you play the Hispanic players, when a game in year one is already shutting down servers, not a good look. So here's the thing that I'm going to say to end this all. When these players are playing like this, what happens is this. Players go in to play actual football, okay? And when they go in to play actual football, and they can't because some loser's using a glitch over and over, what do? Lord Dubular, what do? What do? They leave the game. They leave the game, bro. They go play another game. So when players are giving UFL a chance and they run into any of these assholes, and by your definition, it's okay. Do you think someone's going to want to outshoot someone 9-1, even though the opponent didn't defend at all? They put 8 guys in the box and then went for the same pass over and over. Finally, next thing you know, they play the pass and you can't defend it. You're just locked up. Now you know why they did what they did. You lose the game because of it. You really think that's going to make players want to come play this game? Or you defend them perfectly and they get one 50-yard shot. This just happened to me, by the way. One 50-yard shot, score it, and win the game. That's a broken mechanic, not a glitch. Still, do you think players are going to want to come play the game? When you play a player that doesn't, like I did this to someone yesterday to prove a point. When you do nothing but zigzag dribble on the sideline and lob cross it, and the other player can't get it, I score goal after goal like it, and it's a new player coming in, do you think they're going to keep playing the game? And then players that have been playing, how much of that do you think they're going to handle? It's going to eventually be the handful of rats there are, and there's not enough rats to sustain the game, as we're easily seeing with the numbers. If we really want this game to succeed, I wish what we could do is boycott the stupid thing until they give us an answer or an actual update. I want to know the exact answer why the connection all of a sudden got terrible. I want to know an exact answer as to why the through ball glitch has been called out since almost day one and they still haven't gotten rid of it. I want to know why the corner flick, where you can do a corner kick to your front, to a player at the front or back post, win the header and flick it on with a pass, win it in the air with X, and it locks up the opposing defense so you can flick it in for a free shot. Maybe the goalie blocks it. If not, it's a free goal. Why are these glitches still in the game? Why is the lob cross cutting out air sentinel to where players can just lob cross it, and if the goalie doesn't get it, your player wins it in the air? You shouldn't have to go get a certain keeper because your center backs glitch out on a lob cross. That is a sign of a shit game. Why are none of these things fixed when we have been pointing them out and when it's obviously trash? If it is only allegedly that you guys ripped FIFA 16 and because of that you can only do so much because the framework is there, you can't change the framework, you can only add on top. So when you add on top and it doesn't match with the framework, it creates these glitches that you're never going to be able to fix. If that's the case, be honest with us. If it's not, give us a logical explanation why you haven't fixed any of these glitches. Iron Man says, not going to lie, I love UFL, but I hate the rats. They discourage every good thing about the game. Exactly my point, FC Iron Man. That's exactly what I've been trying to say. That's exactly what I've been trying to tell this tubular. It's like, you cannot have that mentality, bro. These losers are ruining the game, just like they do every game. But the problem in UFL is it's every damn game, and there's so many of these glitches, it's just overwhelming. Where's this music on this so I can turn off? There it is. Times Square and Game Voice. No, whatever, we'll keep it. So that's where I'm at with it. Per system is very overpowered, but they're not. Alright, let's go play. But they're not glitches. They're nobody said that the ability perks are glitches, big dog. Exactly, it is turning in. You're 100% correct there. It is turning into FC, the playstyles with the perks, but no one said those are glitches. Those are broken mechanics. Listen, it's very simple to understand the difference. Broken mechanics are things that strikers added that are simply broken. They're too overpowered in the game, or they ruin the game in some way. Broken mechanics, glitches are things that aren't supposed to be in the game, but they are, and they create an unfair way for a player to find success that's outside of skill, that's outside of the actual mechanics of the game. That is a glitch. Broken mechanic, strikers added it, but it's too overpowered, it ruins the game. Glitch, something that's not supposed to be in the game and gives players who use it a boost or a way to succeed outside of skill, outside of the typical mechanics of football. Like the R1, R2 sprint, or the glitch through ball where that can't be defended, or the lob cross that literally cuts out the player's ability to defend with their ability perks. You see the difference? Now both can ruin the game, but these glitches especially. Like if you had to pick one to get rid of first, you would of course pick the glitches, as they aren't even supposed to be in the game in the first place. So why are those still in the game? Alright, we gotta get to level 15 so we go back into quick match. Have you guys heard of this game or played it, bro? It doesn't matter if you disagree. With all due respect, this is where stupidity would be the word, but it's okay to be stupid, bro. Sometimes there's people in this world that wear helmets and we just gotta be, protect them. But be safe, look both ways when you cross the street. Remember, when you need to count, you got 10 fingers, hopefully, and 10 toes, so it's okay, don't panic. As long as it's not over 20, you got this.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But
Only one team wins this.
you probably don't want to take off your shoes and socks if you have to count to 20. So, I don't know, brother. Try to get some help, maybe. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I gotta learn all these champs. I want to use... So this game is insane. I saw Nick runs the Foot Market playing this. I'm gonna use my boy. Oh my god! They just added me into a game just right in the middle. Oh shit, I'm sorry, Dubular. Please don't report me to YouTube. Please. I'll buy you a new helmet, bro. Swear I will. How much they cost? If you guys play this, bro, it is sick. Oh no! Damn, I keep getting... Are you guys hearing the voice lines twice? When some idiot comes in here like that, bro, that's where UFL... And these idiots literally think like this, dude. That's the sad part. You son of a bitch. Bro, what am I in? They put me in a death trap, bro. Holy crap. Alright, now I'm getting my bearings about me. Holy crap, guys. Holy shit, I gotta run away. Come on. No, I just tried to do it. I gotta learn when to do my powers more. Alright, come on. Alright, healing people I think is R1. It's a death trap. How did he get me? Holy shit, that's a beast, bro. Holy drone! Oh my god, I'm toast, guys. How dare they put me in this match? I see him. How is he doing that, bro? Come on, get me in there. I gotta get that flying bastard. Oh, great, that's my teammate. Shit. I need tips on this game big time, bro. I need to watch some whatever. I don't even know what we were just playing. Melee or something? Damn, that's my first loss. Son of a gun. That's alright. I'm still learning what to do. I had to go into practice with each character. Who would this be? Okay, maybe that's good. Let's see. Hopefully that's right. And I turned the other volume down. Hopefully that works. Yeah, bro. It's just a lost cause, man. If you know, you know with UFL. These people who can't get past, oh, well, if you were winning, you would think the game's great. Then you clearly are morons. If I was winning with how, let's just say I was doing what these guys are. Let's look at all their goals. Through ball glitches, crosses, and everything in UFL. I would laugh at the game and do the same exact thing that I'm doing now. I'm not a big enough loser to waste my time doing that, though. I'm going to point it out because I want UFL to succeed. But, guys, the state UFL is in, it has zero chance of survival. Just trust me. You guys ask yourself, do you play it and have fun against these trash cans that use all this trash? No. And you have idiots like this Lord Dubular that seriously think that I'm just using what the game gives me. I'm just quote-unquote adapting. Little Timmy's doing it, so I'm going to do it. I mean, these are losers that are coming in. I should report you, man. You called me the M word. The M word, moron, multiple times. Dude, these are, like, who would want to even... It's the same with these eFootball Smart Assist people. Like, bro, these little sissy boy losers that are ruining the game, it's so pathetic. It makes you not even want a game anymore. Like, they clearly never played football in their lives, because if they did, then unless these coaches are soft nowadays, but the way they're, oh, I should report you for calling me a moron, bro. At that rate, if they played for half of my coaches, they would have my coaches in prison for life based on their, like, you know, they get offended by everything. And it's just so ridiculous because it's so obvious. Everyone knows how to play football. It's very simple. The devs aren't coming into your homes making you play like rat losers. You guys are choosing, these guys are choosing to do that. It's hard to stay put in a game when players are playing like that. And the fact that some players are defending playing like that is insanity. All right, let's practice somebody new. Okay, cool. But it's okay. In a powerful slash, dashing forward to short distance. At the end of the dash, he swiftly slashes 4 times, each strike descending a dark moon blade forward. Alright. Okay, enter gliding, stay with L1. L1. So that's O is a grappling thing. R3. All right. Let's go with Moon. That means I got to run up and attack people. Oh, yeah, bro. Where are these guys? No, the health was right there. The health was right there. But the other thing in UFL is people don't want to listen. But just forget it, Mark. Remember what I said. And watch what happens. Good job. Oh my god, this is sick. This dude can fly. Oh yeah, look at that. Get that health, boy. Now I'm learning, guys. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, are you a teammate? Oh, you're a teammate. Oh, let's get Hulk. Fuck you, Hulk. Eat shit and die for Hulk. Ah, shit. We're winning though, boys. Come on. Oh, nice. Come on. Oh, where are you at? I gotta get my bearings straight. Look. Oh, that's a teammate. Someone's up here somewhere. I see him. Damn it! It's hard playing some of these characters. Okay. Oh shit. Here we go again. Man, bro, that Hulk. I went right into his specialty. I couldn't confirm. Okay. How in the fuck did they do that? Oh, somebody else came from behind me. Alright, minute 45. Go help your teammates. Come on. Somebody's got me in their sight. Oh my god, dude. Bro. Where you at, you little bitch? I know you're somewhere. Ungi Bear. This is the best game, best football game out right now. This is the best football game out right now. All right, I'm gonna go take a piss and then come back on the other stream. Bottom line is this, guys. UFL is toast, dude. It's just the truth. We'll see what happens with this update, but it's just like eFootball, man. They took the game down a route where all these players, I mean, you look at this Lord Dubular, as long as these types of players are playing, it's pointless, man. That's just the truth. We can, if you want me to lie to you or sit here and be in denial, like, or be idiotic like this Lord Dubular, it's fine. But that's not going to bring new players in, right? They can pay, they could pay Boris or Nick or anybody to do certain videos to play the game for 5 videos and go away, but people can read between the lines. Don't fall for the bullshit. You can read between the lines and you know if it was a good game, these other content creators would actually cover the game. Nick runs the foot market and these guys wouldn't play one game and then sometimes play eFootball and then never play UFL. UFL's doesn't have any pro scene. It doesn't have a mini game mode where you can even play 5v5. It has no content, and it has the most glitches. It has terrible connection now, so it doesn't even have that advantage anymore. The game is totally trashed and totally bad, and the first thing you need is players. Once you get the players and the hype gets up, then the money can come in for microtransactions. Then we can start getting better and better stuff. But the devs fucked up and all the skilled players left, and now these new players are fucking up because no one's gonna keep playing this game. These assholes are gonna keep using glitches, keep chasing away every single new player that wants to come in. The players that are playing this game against these trash cans are gonna choose to quit the game. If you think the majority of players out there have the same mindset as this Lord Dubular or these guys that I'm playing against, that, oh, well, it's in the game, so I'm using it. Trust me, I've went down that road before. Early on with the lob cross, the last lob cross glitch meta, right? Everyone gets bored and wants to go play real football. So it's a big deal that these rat losers did this, but they did it. So be nice to them all you want, but make sure you thank them as well when this game is no longer available. And remember that I told you this.